Bezat Hashem, B'Shat Matzliach, we're here, back in the Limud. Any of those books. Any of them, they're all the same. All the same. All 6 halakim. Okay, 6 books, Chelek Vav and Mishnah. Today we're going to go out of the usual. I know we promised you guys Mincha Arvit, but right now Hanukkah is on the neck already. Let's go, guys. Let's do a little bit inside the Mishnah Berurah. Matzliach, Bezat Hashem. In Halachot Hanukkah, B'Siyata D'Shmaya, Hanukkah. Today is already the 15th of the month of Kislev, so we have 10 days b'diuk, and we're gonna go hopefully into Hanukkah itself as well. So we'll have the following 10 days plus Hanukkah itself. We're gonna go over with the Halachot Hanukkah. We're gonna start from Siman 670. We'll go very quickly because we just want this over here. We want to cover ground, so you know, put on your seatbelt. And we're gonna go, you know, much faster, hopefully, just to cover more ground as possible. Okay, so Bezat Hashem tonight is Sunday night, the second day. We're going into Monday, second day, Monday, right? Sunday night going into Monday, second day of the week of Parashat Shabbat Vayeshev. B'Shat Matzliach. Are you there? Page 274. Yeah, 274. That's right. Let's go. Siman. It's 670. Top Reish. Taf is 400 reishes, 200 plus 7, Ayin is 70, 670. Devarim, ha'asurim ha'motarim ha'Chanukkah. So you have the things that are prohibited or permitted, and that are prohibited and permitted on Hanukkah. And over here we have 3 halachot. B'chavod Rabbi Yozdam.
Bezrin behamisha v'chislev shemonat yemei Hanukkah va'asurim behesper ותענית, אבל מותרים בעשיית מלאכה.
So the first thing is that from 20, that says ב-25 בכסלו, so over here looks like there's a word missing. So there is a Haggah over here that says, there's not Haggah Ramah, this is Haggah, meaning whoever compiled this, or maybe different books, they're inserted here a word, matchilin. Something is missing. What does that mean? Little translation. On 25th of the Kislev, we have 8 days Hanukkah. What the 8 days Hanukkah? So there's a word missing. So he's want to tell you right away. Matchilin. If you take a look in the small brackets over here, we start the 8 days of Hanukkah. Vasurim behesped, we prohibited to do eulogy. And ta'anid, the person cannot do his own ta'anid. Aval mutarim ba'asiyat malacha. However, you are allowed to and permitted to do any work you want. Continue. Nahagim. Nahagot.
ונוהגות הנשים שלא לעשות מלאכה ועוד שהנרות דולקים.
So there's a custom of women to refrain from doing any labor while the candles are lit. ויש
מי שאומר שאין להקל להן.
And some actually say it's prohibited, not a custom. It's prohibited to perform any work, any task in the house, like washing dishes, maybe, like doing laundry during that time.
Men and women.
No, nashim davka, women.
First 30 minutes.
We'll see, gentlemen. You're too hasty, guys. You know, for your own bed, you know too much. Let's go little by little. We'll see everything what's going on here. Let's go. So far, this is what we're getting into. Shulchan Aruch says clearly there is a custom to refrain from work, and there are some who are stringent and say it's not good to be lenient and allow a woman to do anything that she wants during that time. What does that mean? Half hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever. We don't know. Okay, let's see. Mishnah Berurah. So he says we started the 8 days of Hanukkah. So now Mishnah Berurah is going to give us a little background. It says in the second temple, so when the Greek army, when the Greek kingdom was overpowering and ruling the land of Israel, they made decrees on the Jews, and they completely abolished anything that had to do with the Torah and learning Torah and also fulfilling any mitzvot. And they made it. They made all the money, anything that the Jews own, worthless or total control over it. And they would steal and kidnap their daughters. They breached the temple, the second Beit HaMikdash, and they made it impure. V'tzar lahem is Israel me'od mipneihem. It was very, very horrible and painful and suffering through this Greek period. Ulchatzum lachatz gadol, and they would press them very great. Ad sherechem aleim Elokei avotenu ve'oshiyam mi'adam ve'etzilam. Until the Hashem had mercy on the Jewish nation, and He had saved them and from the hands of the Greek. וגברו בני השמונאי הכהנים הגדולים ויהרגו ויושיעו ישראל מידם. Until the Maccabees, the children of Hashmonai, the Yochanan Kohen Gadol, they were prosperous in their battle, and they destroyed and killed plenty of the enemy. וחזר המלכות לישראל יעתר על 200 שנה עד החורבן השני. Was the kingdom returned to the Jewish nation for over 200 years more. They were still about 239 years. ושגברו ישראל על אויביהם ואיבדום, and the Jewish nation were successful over the enemies. ב-25 בכסלו היה. When was this? On the 25th of Kislev. נכנסו להיכל, and they went into the temple. ולא מצאו שמן טהור במקדש. They couldn't find anything that was any jugs of pure oil. אלא פח אחד שהיה כבר מונח בחותמו של כהן גדול. However, they did discover one little jug of oil that had a seal of Kohen Gadol. That was still intact. ולא היה בו להדליק אלא יום אחד בלבד. However, the menorah could be lit only one day from that jug. ונעשה נס והדליקו ממנו נרות המערכה 8 ימים. And it was a miracle that it was one day enough oil, but the miracle that it was lasting for 8 days. What's the reason of the 8 days? עד שקדשו זיתים ויוציאו שמן טהור. Until they start pressing, it was cold press, it takes a lot of time. Cold press, it's actually one drop from each olive, you know it? Shemen Zayit Zach, it's one drop, and I'm not talking about big drops. One drop from each olive. Can you imagine how much we need?
Yeah.
So, until that process all took place, it took a long time. Shemen Tahor, until they get the pure oil. Therefore, in that generation, the rabbis have established to have those days שתחילתן ב-25 בכסלו. It starts from 25th of Kislev, ימי שמחת והלל. It's a praise day, the Hallel, and Simcha and rejoicement. ומדליקין בהן הנרות בערב על פתחי הבתים בכל לילה. And on the open, in the here, right away, we see already Mishnah Berurah is right away tackling this whole issue. Where do you light? We light by the doors. I know it's a common custom today to light by the windows. I would actually argue against this whole windows business because it looks mamash like Christianity. What do they put by their windows?
Decorations?
What?
The tree?
The tree. Why do we have to put Hanukkah there? Okay, there is other reasons, but I would specifically I would be tackling that. I would be fighting that left and right. I don't light by the window. I light by the door, always. בלילה משמונה עלילות. From 8 days, so here it tells you, but you light it by the opening of the door. Okay? להראות ולגלות הנס, to show and to reveal the miracle. והוא מצווה מדברי סופרים כקריאת המגילה. It's exactly just it's a rabbinical commandment. It's nothing to do with the Torah, and therefore it's just like קריאת המגילה. והימים אלו הן נקראים חנוכה, and this is called חנוכה. רצונו לומר חנו כ"ה. חנו means they rested. Kavhei is the 25th, so they rested on the 5th day. שביום כ"ה חנו באויביהם, they rested on the enemies. מפני שהן ימי שמחה והלל, and because they are the days of rejoicing and praise, לכך אסור בהן הספד ותענית. Therefore, it's going to be prohibited in them to do eulogy and fasting. נוהגים העניים לסבב בחנוכה על הפתחים, ויש טעם לזה. And specifically, there will be a custom while the candles are lit, the aniyim to go around from house to house to collect money, because that's again Musafim, and there's a great custom to that. Again, mitzvah on top of it, and another mitzvah give people the opportunity to participate. Siv Katan Bet, Vasurim behesped v'ta'anit. We are prohibited to do any eulogy or fasting. Ayin Kamat Siman Taf Reish Pei Vav. But Mishnah Berurah will explain over there. Look on further on 286. The Siman will discuss more in reference to that. Let's just skip that. That says that Mishnah Berurah and continue. Hanashim. Why dafka ladies are prohibited to perform any task? Dafka nashim, only ladies. Lefi shena'asa nes al yedehen, because the whole miracle transpired from Yehudit, right? The tzaddikim. That kidekama ame b'saif bet b'hagaha. V'yesh, as we will see soon right now, or it will be mentioned by, what's his name? In the Ramah. Okay? ויש מקומות שגם האנשים מחמירים בזה. However, there are some places where men also are more stringent in that. That's what I do also. I sit by my Hanukkah. I sit right in front of it for 30 minutes, and I obviously they could talk to Hashem or just enjoy sitting by the Hanukkah and admire it. Okay, so then the men, there are some that men also don't do any task during that time. Now, Asif Katan Dalet, Be'od Shahnerot Dorkim Bebeito, right? Is that what's again? This is talking about doing task while the. So now, Yonatan just jumped in right away, half hour. I don't know yet. Right? They told us while the candles are lit. What does that mean? Bebito, כדי להזכיר שהרסו להשתמש לאורה והוא כחצי שעה. Here, Mr. Brura is gonna put a stamp on the words of Rabbi Yonatan, and who said, Yonatan said half hour. So Mr. Brura tells you this is talking about specifically half hour, the beginning of lighting. Siv Katan Hey. שאין להקל להן, that there are some who are mahmir during this half hour not to do anything at all. They're much more stringent. What does that mean? From where is that coming from? דהבי כדברים המותרים ואחרים נהגו בהם איסור. Meaning those are the things that are mutar. Like for instance, you want to repair your car. You're a car mechanic or something, right? You want to do it during that time. You have to go home still to your family. So some would say, no, you don't repair it until 30 minutes lapses. Once the 30 minutes pass, then continue repairing it. שאין להתיר בפניהם, וכתב בשלטי הגיבורים, וכן הסכים בתשובת חכם הצבי. So it's brought down in שלטי הגיבורים, and also חכם צבי agreed to that שבמקום שנהגו איסור מלעשות מלאכה, כל היום יש למחות בידם. However, this is all agreed about, and everybody's happy for half hour. No problem. You know what? You want to take a break, half hour break. Most people anyway take a lunch. 1 hour, take a half hour break, take a half hour eat, whatever you want to do. However, to refrain from work the whole day, that unheard of. That is not Shabbat, that's not Yom Tov over here. Therefore, they would actually, yesh limchot b'yadam, you should go and scream at those people. Ki habatala avera hi u'miviyah lidei sha'amum. Anybody who does not perform tasks in this world, he is busy, he will do only averot, and therefore it's a good thing to reproach these people. Ish Matzliach had something here, look number 1. ומכל מקום, יש נוהגים להחמיר שלא לעשות מלאכה ביום הראשון וביום השמיני. Some have a custom, says I never heard of this custom, that Ish Matzliach brings it down. The first day, the whole day, and the entire 8th day, no work at all done by these people.
What? No.
I also didn't heard it, but that's Ish Matzliach. That's why that's why we pay big bucks for these books, yeah?
Pesach is the quote, basically.
So like Yom Tov.
Like Yom Tov or like Chol HaMoed?
I don't know. Let's see. וכמו שכתב, let's see, he's telling us who brings it down. וכמו שכתב בספר מועד לכל חי. מועד כל חי is a big posek. So he's telling you that yes, there is such a concept not to perform any tasks during the first and last day. שראוי להזהיר אנשים שלא יכבס ביום ראשון וביום האחרון. It's befitting to warn the ladies to stay away from performing laundry on the first day and the 8th day. Wow. Okay, וכן שאר מלאכות כיוצא בזה. Baruch Hashem, today you have laundry done by the cleaning lady. So what about other tasks? So yes, there is such a concept. והביאו לדבריו בהבח. So the Bach brings down this custom. Okay? וישב בזה. והכף החיים וכן הוא מנהג ג'רבה. So כף החיים also brings down this custom. And that's a custom of Jerba. There's people of Jerba. להחמיר ביום ראשון ואחרון. They would actually be more stringent and not to perform any task on the first day and the 8th day. וכמו שכתב מורנו הרב ברית כהונה, אלא שהוסיף שם שצרכי הבית כגון קיבוץ וזה מותר. So brought down this custom by this big Harav Brit Kahuna. However, he points out, whatever is needed for the house, don't play games. Don't say, I'm Patu, Yom Tov, I'm relaxing myself. If the house needs it, you need to perform the task, if you need to clean. Let's say, what are you going to do? The 8th day is, this year is when? Come on, gentlemen. 8th day is Thursday. What people do on Thursday?
Get ready for Shabbat.
Yeah, and the first day is Thursday also. So what's going to do?
Yeah.
So what? Not prepare for Shabbat. Alas, we don't do laundry. So when are you going to do laundry? On Friday? Going to Shiloh, Sefek?
Yeah.
Well, what's the whole point? If you could do the laundry, my cleaning lady comes on Thursday. Should we do it on Thursday?
It's 30 minutes.
What?
I was saying the whole day.
The whole day, first and the 8th day. That's the custom that some people have. Okay, let's go back.
I've heard something historically because during the Greeks, during the time when they controlled the Bet HaMikdash, they couldn't fulfill Sukkot fully, so it's kind of like making up the 8 days. I never even heard something.
Okay,
like that.
maybe we'll be brought down here. Listen, I'm not arguing with you anymore. That's it. No. With you, I'm not arguing anymore. I'm going to see it inside.
No.
Let's get number bet. Let's go. See bet. Number 2. Ribuy hasudot.
Bet.
Yeah.
ריבו הסעודות
So you make a lot of meals. It says make a lot of feasts.
בכם הם
By ham sudot
סעודות
hareshut. So all the meals that we have in this Hanukkah, they're all reshut. They're not obligation. Shelo.
שלא כבעון למשתה ושמחה.
No, so the first rule is these days are not established for rejoicement of drinking and eating. It has nothing to do with that. Haga v'yesh omrim.
read that, הגה.
The
ויש אומרים שיש קצה מצווה בריבו
הסעודות. Okay, Zohar, why you hang up the phone? One second, Zohar. איפה? Just here. I don't know why you hang up the phone for.
אותן
Okay.
הימים היה חנוכה.
Hanukkah HaMizbeach. Hanukkah HaMizbeach. Okay, so it says like this. So, v'yesh omrim. So this is the Shulchan Aruch. Shulchan Aruch tells you there is zero concept of eating, drinking on these days. Zero. We only do simcha. We only do halel. This is what you do. There is no meals at all. Rema says, wait a minute. You must make a meal, says. ויש אומרים שיש קצת מצווה בריבוי. There is actually a mitzvah. That's a new book, page 274. There is a mitzvah to make a meal and to bring a big, nice, juicy lamb, whatever you want. Mishum, because also when they captured back the temple, it was re-establishment. It was re-inauguration of the temple, right? That day. So therefore, it's a mitzvah on the Hanukkah to have a meal, because that's how Jewish people celebrate everything, Baruch Hashem, with a meal. V'noagim. V'noagim? No.
לומר זמירות ותשבחות בסעודות שמרבים בהם ואז הווה סעודת
Mitzvah.
מצווה.
Okay, there is a rabbi in Israel. One second. There's a big rabbi in Israel today, a very famous rabbi, who is actually very much against Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, because Rabbi Ovadia Yosef uses this lotion. Maybe this rabbi skipped it by mistake, but he's a very famous rabbi, and he says, "What is this? Just because you make divrei Torah in a meal, therefore it's going to make a mitzvah?" Yes, here's the Ramah says it. Since we are making zmirot l'shabech, we praise Hakadosh Baruch Hu, v'tishbachot b'sunat harabim b'hem, and also what? That there is a lot of divrei Torah spoken. V'az ha-beseudat mitzvah. Here, this rabbi, I don't understand where he comes off, and he's very famous. I love him, but obviously he missed this point, because here you have Ramah, not just Rabbi Ovadia Yosef, and not just Rabbi Yitzchak Yosef. And he's like, I don't understand this rabbanim. Here you have Ramah from 400, 500 years ago, telling you the same halacha. He's telling you beferush that there is such a concept of that if you talk divrei Torah or you sing songs to be mashabech Hakadosh Baruch Hu, that's already called seudat mitzvah. Yesh omrim sheyesh lechol.
יש אומרים שיש לאכול גבינה
B'Chanukah. So now we're going needy and greedy. Ramah says there is a custom to eat milchik stuff, cheeses, and right, gvina b'Chanukah. Want to continue?
So this is we're talking about specifically on Hanukkah.
Yes.
That there are Seudat mitzvot.
Yes.
Seudat mitzvah.
But no, the fact that you're making it divrei Torah, it's Seudat mitzvah. Really, there is a Seudat mitzvah. It's not like Yom Tov, you're machayav.
But you're having
divrei Torah and singing, clearly it's a Seudat mitzvah. That makes it Seudat mitzvah.
We're having a Siman today.
Yes, I know. I heard about it. I don't know if I'll be making it, but we'll see. Is there good food away?
Very good.
Yeah, they spoil people.
Aged meat, yeah.
Aged meat also? I don't know. I'm now scared. Let's continue. Nasa v'chalav.
לפי שהנס נעשה וחלב
שהאכילה יהודית, לא ייחוד, יהודית את האויב. Beautiful. Why milchik? Because the Yehudit used, this is how she captured, she got the oyev, the enemy, off guard. She put him to sleep by feeding him milk. We know milk makes people tired. So she gave him a lot of cheap milk stuff and a good, what's his name? What is it called? No, you know that, not like honey. It's not honey. No, what is it called? called
Bourbon.
No, it's honey, like milk honey. No, what is it called? No, come on.
Milk and honey.
Like a liquor? Like a liquor with
It's
milk?
liquid honey, but milk. No milk style. What is it called? No, they put it in cheesecakes and all those things. It's milk, but condensed milk.
Condensed milk. Geshont. Yeah.
Oof. I remember the days in former Soviet reunion over there. We used to eat that all the time, every day. I don't know. Over here, it's like it's a delicacy. Okay, anyway, let's see. סעיף קטן ב' ומשנה ברורה now. שהחבר'ה, סעיף קטן ו', סליחה. שלא כבאום למשתה ושמחה. The reality is Hanukkah is not for the day of drinking and for rejoicing. אלא להלל ולהודות. אלא להודות. סעיף ו'. סעיף קטן ו'. שלא כבאום למשתה ושמחה. It's not established those days for rejoicing and what's the name? Drinking. אלא rather להלל ולהודות. It's for praise and to sing. ונראה הטעם דלא קבעו כאן לשמחה כמו בפורים. How come over here says משנה ברורה, it's not like Purim where you have a whole meal. כי בפורים הייתה גזירה להשמיד ולהרוג את הגופות. Because on Purim the whole point was to destroy our bodies. שהוא ביטול משתה ושמחה, because if the person is dead he can drink or eat. ולא את הנפשות. However, not the souls, שאפילו, it's not spiritual, שאפילו המירו דתם חס וחלילה לא היה מקבל אותם. לכך שיצלם הקדוש ברוך הוא ממנו קבעו להללו ולשבחו יתברך גם כן על ידי משתה ושמחה. So over there, since the goyim came and wanted to destroy our bodies, where we would be completely stopped from everything, then you can do nothing when you're dead. So therefore, since we were saved, the Chachamim said, okay, go make a meal, because that was part of the destruction. Meal and rejoicing. Mashi'en ken b'maaseh the Antiochos. However, the Antiochos was different. שלא גזר עליהם להרוג ולהשמיד. He did not wanted to destroy. He wanted them America. We love you. We want to be your friends, right? And by the way, people don't understand that Hashmonaim, the children of Yochanan HaKohen Gadol, they were not fighting Greek army, by the way. Maybe Greek army had Sachakol, maybe they 5,000 soldiers. Who were they killing? Millions and millions? Jews. Jews that were actually mityavnim. All the Jews who became just like Greeks. Okay, which we have today, unfortunately. Today you have most America. Who is the enemies of the Jews, of all the Jews today in the world? Is the mityavnim, all those American Jews, the 80% of the Jews who totally forgot their heritage, they have nothing to do with it. And that's exactly what Antiochus did, because it's a smile. That's what the Goy does. When Hitler and Machshmo couldn't succeed, the smile of America succeeded. רק צרות ושמדות כדי להמיר דתם. The whole point was that they should go against Torah. כמו שאנו אומרים להשכיחם תורתך ולהעבירם מעל חוקי רצונך, as you say in 18, that their whole plan was to make the Jews forget Torah. ואם היו ישראל נכנעים להם, if the Jews would subdue themselves to that, להיות כיבושים תחת ידם להעלות להם מס. וחוזרים לאמונתם חס וחלילה. The whole point was that the goyim, the Jews would completely throw off the yoke of Hashem and would be subdued to the Greek power and just pay them, the fees, the dues, the taxes. לא היו מבקשים יותר, and that's it. The Jews had nothing else to do with it. Just had to be good servant boys, and that's it. אלא שהגביר הקדוש ברוך הוא יד ישראל ונצחום. Then what happened was, and that's how we know, there's a famous question. How come in Purim we didn't go to war? And on Hanukkah we did go to war. It was mostly the same. It was actually worse on Purim. Purim, they wanted to kill all of us. We did not go to war on Purim. What did we do on Purim? We fasted. We needed Hashem's help by fasting. How come on Hanukkah we didn't fast? So this is the rule. That's how I know that anything that the Goy does today, specifically against Torah, if it's against Torah, it's not from Satan. It's not from Hashem, it's from Satan. How do you differentiate? What is Hashem? If it's a Gezerat Hashem, if it's Hashem's decree, you're not allowed to go against it. You have to accept it. The halacha is, if it's Hashem's decree, you could only daven for Hashem to overturn it, but He cannot fight it physically. You're not allowed to. Like we see by,
what would be an example?
like an example of 10 Asara Arugei Malchut. Hashem said to them that there will all be the 10 martyrs, right? The 10 great martyrs of the rabbis. Each rabbi could have said a word and the entire Roman army would be seized. As we see by Rabbi Akiva when he said, At Khan, the students told him, that's it, say the next 3 words. All he had to do is Kriyat Shema. There's a word that if you have proper kavanah, one word over there could destroy the entire Roman army all over the world. And they said, Rabbi Akiva, destroy them already. He says, no, At Khan. until here. Hashem does not want it. Hashem wants them to succeed now. We can't do that. You could daven to stop the bad decrees, but you cannot fight it physically. Not allowed to. If a German Tzemach coming with the what's his name with swords, the Arabs with the Muslims, they're coming to us with their knives and their guns, and they're killing and they're raping and they're pillaging the town. According to Halachah, we're not allowed to go to war with them. Not allowed to. That's not the point. Based on the Halachah is that you're supposed to do tshuva. Because anytime physically we're being assaulted, that means Hashem is upset with us physically. Hashem is upset with us. So how do you appease Hashem?
You're getting attacked.
If you're being attacked, but afterwards,
if you know they're going to attack, you're supposed to attack first.
No, it doesn't work like that. If that's not the Jewish way. This is right now. I don't know where this is coming from. It's not the Torah way. The Torah way is if you know or you're about to be attacked by the goyim. In the olden time, the entire Shas you look, they're supposed to gather into shul and daven, ta'anit. That's the only way to stop murder. The only way to stop murder from the goy. If they're coming and attacking you and stopping you from learning Torah, from keeping mitzvot, you know it's not from Hashem. It's from them. Then you go physical. This is where we learn it from Hanukkah. Hanukkah is that's why they went physical. Why did they went physical? Because it cannot be from Hashem. But if it's physical, if they're coming to attack us physically, it's from Hashem, and the only way to stop it is by prayer. And yes, tshuva. And take a look, and yes, the Gemarot in Masechta Ketuvot, I believe over there, tells you clearly the Jews are prohibited to wage war against Goyim. Because we know, Hashem knows for a fact, once the Jews start fighting war, nothing's stopping us. We're worse than any animal. The Jews, we kill anybody we want. Everything. We could do a lot of damage physically. Jews are unstoppable. And therefore the Gemara has the contract. Hashem, when Hashem took us out of Israel, He said there's a contract. He will oppress the Goyim. The Goyim are not allowed to oppress us too much. And we are not allowed to fight back. It's a big discussion.
Okay, so let's say we're praying in shul, we're crying.
Yeah. We have to do tshuva. The only thing that we're supposed to do is tshuva.
The army walks in and starts killing us. We should just...
Again, one second. If they're coming right now to attack you, you save yourself. You have to do everything possible to save yourself. Everything. That means fighting back. Okay? That means fighting back, but not to agitate them. We have zero right. The Jews have zero right to agitate going. After the Maaseh, they took our hostages. It's not so pashut what's happening right now. Going there, we're going to destroy the whole thing, and we're going to fight to get back. The excuses are excuses left and right. I want to know who exactly kidnapped those people. That's what I want to know. But I highly doubt that this imbeciles, this brainless people had successfully kidnapped 230 people. I highly doubt it.
Of course you did.
That's what you say. Okay.
How many videos?
I highly doubt it. They're very fishy. Very fishy. Again, the kid. I'm not saying they were not kidnapped. I just highly doubt that it's this Palestinians, the Arabs who have they have no food. They're gonna be start kidnapping people. Not so pashut. I would not buy it for a second. I never bought it to that.
They're sure that over 50,000 people in the army. They've been training for how long?
Whoever did this kidnapping very well, and there's a lot of I don't want to say in the video. There's a lot of evidence that leading to the Palestinians were not doing it. Unfortunately, it was something else involved. I don't want to say anymore. So again, but the point is, the Jew has to know our entire existence here is to what? To fight the goyim without tefillot only. That's what we are tasked for. Now, if they go against Torah, like right now, 4 years ago, they were making the sickness, close down the shuls. There, we have to get up and fight. Anytime, fight anybody. Any rabbi came in the shul and started screaming at everybody, "Why are you in shul? Go home. This is dangerous." Here, we're supposed to get up on arms and tell the rabbi, "Listen, you want to stay alive? Get out of here." That's asur. That's asur ligalutin for a rabbi to get up and say, "Wait a minute, there is sickness in the world. We are not allowed to learn Torah." That's against Torah. That's exactly what Hashmonaim fought. The whole point of the goyim was to stop learning Torah.
This is one of the few
of course.
This is one of the few shuls that stayed open.
Because the whole point is why did they think they stopped the yeshivot and they stopped learning Torah is to go against Hashem. Because that's the best way to stop people from learning Torah. right? However, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, we were successful. לכך אנו מודים ומשבחים לו על שהיה לנו לאלוהים ולא עזבנו מעבודתו לבוש. So Levush explains that, therefore, the whole Hanukkah miracle transpired was because we went against this whole analogy that we have to, live with the Goyim, we have to be peaceful with them, and Chas v'Shalom, it's okay to forsake Torah. That was the whole war over here. Zayin, here, the Beotan Hayamim, in those days. Let's just finish over here till Gimel. Yeah, we have time? You have time till Gimel? Let's do it quickly, yeah? 2 minutes? Huh? The Beotan Hayamim. Yonatan Abadi was here with me, you could get the video. רצונו לומר, ב-25 בכסלו, in those days, what does that mean? It was on the 25th of Kislev. כי דהית במקדש המלאכת המשכן נגמרה ב-25 בכסלו. We also know that the Mishkan was complete on the 25th of Kislev. אלא שהמתין הקדוש ברוך הוא בהקמה עד ניסן שנולד בו יצחק. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu, however, look at this what he says. Mishkan was completed in that day also. But HaKadosh Baruch Hu waited to arise, to finish, to make the whole spiel out of it. It was in Nisan because that's when Yitzchak was born. אמר הקדוש ברוך הוא, עליי לשלם לכסלו. So Hashem says, now, so that's where it came from. Why it came 25th of Kislev is because the Mishkan was actually completed by the Jews in the 25th of Kislev. So they should have started using it. Hashem postponed it. Hashem postponed it till the birth of Yitzchak Aminu, which was in Nisan. So that's when they established the Mishkan. So HaKadosh Baruch Hu now bringing them on the 25th of Kislev, this whole miracle of Hanukkah. V'shalem lo Hanukkah bet Hashmonai. And now he's completed this on the 25th of Hanukkah. V'gam sham b'mei Antiochos timu echal. Also there, what happened? That they came Antiochos and defiled the holy of holies. V'asu Hanukkah habayit b'shmona yamim elo b'beit hamikdash. And again, so that's what the 8 days of the Yamim HaMiluim, the re-establishment of the Mishkan, or sort of speak of it. It was Beit HaMikdash already, but that's what the whole point over here. Ched, Zemirot. Oh, here's the question. Is Zemirot enough to make it סעודת מצווה? והוא הדין בנישואי בת תלמיד חכם לעם הארץ. אם אומרים שירות הווה סעודת מצווה, מגן אומר, wow, listen to this. if חס ושלום, look at the Rama saying, any wedding of a Jew, it's not mitzvah סעודה.
Not a mitzvah.
No, that's what he says. והוא הדין בנישואי בת תלמיד חכם לעם הארץ. אם אומרים שירות הווה סעודת מצווה. The only time we will consider what's the name? Mitzudat mitzvah in the wedding, if there is shirot, that they are praises to Hashem. And obviously Divrei Torah. That's why Ashkenazim, they have this custom that by chuppah, the rabbi starts speaking. Amazing. ואז, let's just finish it, Ted. ואז בסעודת מצווה, רצונו לומר בצירוף זה, with the addition, says the rabbi, פסקו הרש"ל והבח, כהיש אומרים, so there's big people, הרש"ל, בח, וכתב הרש"ל, שכל שעושה כדי ליתן לשבח למקום, או לפרסם הנס, או מצווה, הכל סעודת מצווה. Anytime you do to praise HaKadosh Baruch Hu, or to multiply the knowledge of a miracle, that's mitzvah already, on its own. That makes it סעודת mitzvah. Wow. Yud, שהאכילה יהודית, so what happened there, and we're finishing here now, that Yehudit fed why we do everything milchik? There's some concept to eat milchik stuff. It's because he הייתה ביתו של יוחנן כהן גדול. Wow, I didn't know that. Maybe I skipped it in my mind, or maybe I forgot it. But Yehudit was the daughter of יוחנן כהן גדול. והייתה גזירה שכל אירוסה תיבעל לתבשר, תחילה. So over there was the decree. Remember that decree? That what's that? Bituel. Remember Bituel had decree that all the girls who's getting married, he should sleep with her overnight that night. So the same thing was there. והאכילה לראש הצוררים גבינה לשכרותו. She fed them a lot of cheese to make him drunk. והחתכה את ראשו וברחו כולם. When she cut off his head, all the goyim ran away out of fear. Baruch Adonai Olam Amen. Amen. Bezat Hashem. Tomorrow we will continue. Sif Gimel. Bezat Hashem. Shalom V'Slachat. Thank you for joining us. You could all join us. We're here in David Chai after Arvit, 5:15 Mincha and Arvit, and for half an hour roughly we learn Halachot now Hanukkah till the end of Hanukkah. Thank you. Everybody should be blessed.